Hey guys, Devin the Deviathan here. This is the editing Devin the Deviathan. In case you didn't, notice. But, the video you're about to watch, I recorded a while ago. And I kind of also recorded another video afterwards of Cry of Fear, so I kind of planned ahead. But what happened was I uploaded it, or I put it into the video editing software, and, things went wrong, and I guess things got corrupted, and I was able to retrieve it, but the audio is really messed up, so there's not going to be any audio. I just decided to narrate over it, so sorry, but I still hope you enjoy regardless. Alright, enjoy the video, guys. Alright. Hey guys, it's Deviathan, and welcome to Cry of Fear. As you may have already seen, the audio is corrupted, so I have to narrate this. I still wanted to upload it regardless because I still want you guys to get the storyline. So, here, I didn't know what to do for like 30 minutes. It was horrible. Alright, so, anyway, I also am just gonna take opportunity of this, kind of like a vlog, I guess, or a commentary. So basically, I'm gonna have to start not swearing as bad as I was before, or actually not swearing at all, because, as you may have heard from other YouTubers, YouTube's decided to enforce its policy, which has been up there for a while. I mean, nobody really listened to it, but still. I mean, my personal opinion is I respect them. They can do what they want to do, it's their website, but, the thing that really upset me was the fact that you can't swear. I mean, I understand that, no sexual content, no nudity, no politics and war and stuff. I mean, I could respect that, but I just like to be able to, use vulgar language because, I mean, it's not good to do it, but, it's still funny to use it in videos. It ups your game, and also I have a bad habit. But, I haven't met a single kid who's under the age of 8. Oh wait, sorry, no, who's over the age of 8 that hasn't sworn. Like, I don't understand, like, why YouTube's trying to prevent that, because they already swear a lot. Like, they know what all these words mean and stuff. I mean, I also just don't feel like YouTube listens to their creators at all. I mean, do they just, like, do we get a say in it? Like, do we have any representatives of YouTube creators going over there and talking to them, It'd be nice if, they listened to us, but again, it's their site. They can use it how they want to use it. It's just stressful. So, yeah, basically, swearing or talking about sex, politics, drugs, use, stuff like that, it will result in, the loss of your, monetization of certain videos that have that content in there that violate their terms of service. So, it makes it really difficult for starting YouTubers to, get out there, But it is what it is. They can do what they want. We agreed to the terms of service way back when, and there's nothing we can really do about it. But that doesn't mean I'm happy about it, because I don't think I've met anybody who's happy about it, except YouTube. Even then, I feel like there's some employees in there that aren't happy about it. So anyway, in this episode of Cry of Fear, I was attempting to record like one video or episode, and then I was going to record another. I was going to record more than one episode in here so I could have like more time to do other things and record and edit and stuff. So basically, I recorded this, and what happened was I saved it, and then I went to edit the video, and I guess what happened was the audio was not linked to the Audacity audio recording of my voice. So, and then not to mention that the audio to the video wasn't linked correctly, so everything was just messed up. And then I tried to go back, but the file got corrupted and it deleted it. And it was just stuck how it was, all messed up, so I couldn't go back and fix it. Because the video's audio was linked to it with the microphone, so you may say, like, why don't you just remove the audio or remove the microphone recording and just start over? But no, I can't. Also, I was a little frustrated in this episode because, you know, Simon lost his backpack and then we had to go through a forest and, you know, kill things with a lantern and a stick. Just imagine, you're in a world with a weird demon zombie monster flying bed, creepy witch ladies. And all you have is a stick. A stick. You know that? A stick. Like, that's not even an actual log. Actually, that's a branch. But it whacks people like it's a stick. It's really crappy. It was the worst weapon I've ever used. Like, horrible, 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 horrible type of weapon. And then I was also wondering why there's all these walls in here. I mean, I feel like, you know, Trump's been through here building some walls, if you know what I mean. But, yeah. It was pretty horrifying, walking through these woods in the dark, because, you know, I just had this feeling that there was going to be horrible jump scares, and then you guys were going to laugh at me. They're like, oh, you got a jump scare, that's so funny. And I was like, oh god, that's what's going to happen, they're just going to laugh at me. And then I'm going to probably cry at night. But, you know, it wasn't that bad, but there were still jump scares that pretty traumatizing. Oh yeah, also, I got my braces off, it was painful. Believe me, it was painful. Personally, for me, it was painful, because probably my gums were a little puffy beforehand, and then whenever they tried to, you know, use those blades or tools that remove the glue, I think what happened was that they started rubbing against my skin, and that was not fun. Like, there was blood. A lot of blood coming out of my mouth. It was horrible. It was traumatizing. Anyway, yeah, my braces are gone, and I look more fabulous, if you know what I mean. But, I don't know. The pain was really hard to bear. I'm still in shock. It was bad. But I'm not trying to deter you guys from getting, you know, braces off of you, or braces on. It's not that bad. I mean, once you get used to them, you get used to them. I mean, I don't know how long I've had them on. I probably had them for, like, what, 6 years now? Or 5 years? Something like that. I don't remember. It's been so long, I've lost track. But, you know, it's just strange how painful it was. It was just so weird. But, another thing that, is a little different is I'm trying to get a outro made. So I have my words are conjumbled. I have a outro song made by Connor Grimshaw. He's a nice guy. I've known him for not that long, but for a little bit, you know. Met him through some guy I met on YouTube, as you know, as ManaRail7 or William. He's a great guy. I recommend you check out his channel, but you know, he's a little crazy with the words, you know, a little vulgar. He's a little vulgar. I don't think he's gonna make it very far, but I still believe in him at not making it very far. But yeah, Connor Grimshaw, he made me an outro song. The name of the song is At Least You're Having Fun. It's a nice little up-tuned beat. You might see it at the end of this video. Just kidding. You will. But this storyline, at first it was a little wonky. It was scary. Didn't know what was going on. And at this time, right here, I was scared out of my mind because, you know what I heard? I heard a chainsaw go off, and I have a stick and a lantern in the pitch blackness. You know what a chainsaw means? Yep, that's right. It's that one guy we met every other time. The guy who likes to mess up my stuff. Mess up everything. Man, I wish she could be friendly like the other Bwah-Bwahs. Oh god, yeah. I don't remember why I liked them. They just sounded so funny. Those little guys in the sewers that go Bwah, Bwah, with their long tongues and their barbed wire wrapping their arms. It's just so peaceful. I think we met him with Monorail or William in the Cry of Fear multiplayer episode. And yes, that's the guy I don't like. But, as I was saying, in the sewers, we just met them, and they just seem so funny or silly and out of the blue. You just see them in there, they have these long tongues that just whip you, and then they go, Braaah! Oh man, it's just so funny. I don't know why, but they kind of call me because it's more of a silly thing, while everything else in here is kind of like creepy and strange and bizarre, and all these other weird things. Like the human flowers, oh god, those things are really, really gross. Like, I don't know how somebody came up with the human flower, but my goodness. They're really bad looking. Like, ugh! They look like somebody grabbed human body parts, organs, and stuff and mashed them together like Play-Doh. Zombie dough! Make humans into food/toy items! Or not food, I guess. But, you know, I do remember having this recipe my mom made way back when, where they had this, like, pink, it was like a pink kind of Play-Doh. It was really sweet. I mean, it wasn't actually Play-Doh, it was some ingredients that were put together, but it was like, you could build with it like it was Play-Doh, and you could eat it too. But, it's not Play-Doh, so don't go out there and eat Play-Doh, okay? Like, don't go eat Play-Doh and say, he said eat Play-Doh! Because I'm not saying eat Play-Doh. I'm saying there was a recipe that had this thing that was the dough that was kind of like Play-Doh, but it wasn't Play-Doh at all, and it was edible. Play-Doh was not edible, and I don't recommend you even go near eating Play-Doh. Speaking of Play-Doh, I don't know why they have all the food item Play-Dohs. I mean, that's how you encourage somebody to eat Play-Doh. Like, don't do that. That's bad. Anyway, this was the most frustrating part was because, you know, I didn't know how to get the doorknob on there, and apparently you're supposed to go to your inventory, you need to put on the doorknob after clicking on it to use, and then you need to exit it, and then you need to press E on the door. So, you have, like, a millisecond, or just 1 second, to do that, and then get in without getting killed, because you can't shoot this guy, and even if I could shoot him, it wouldn't do stuff. It wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't do shirt. Pants. It would do nothing. No shirt, no pants. It wouldn't do anything. You can't kill him. Because well, actually, I guess you can kill him if you had a lot of ammunition, as I've heard, but you really would be not very smart to waste all your ammo. Because ammo is not that easy to come across, and the chainsaw guys has a lot of health. Alright. Alright, so I finally got out of that unbearably anger-inducing junk. But right here's when things actually started to take a turn for the worse. As there's screaming weird noises in this woods, and I have to go out there. Not fun. Oh my god. I'm narrating this and that just fucking scared me. Jeez. Man. That really got me. Now keep in mind, that wasn't the only one. There was a lot of them in here. It was pretty, traumatic. Like, And then, oh man, I got excited here. I was like, oh wow, look, there's scissors. Now I can use them. And then my disappointment, I can't use the scissors. I was thinking that maybe I could use it like a blade or something. Kind of like the knife you had at the very beginning of Cry of Fear. But no. To my disappointment, I wasn't able to use it. They basically just put it there to taunt you. Alright, so... this is a really long chapter. And a lot happens in this chapter. Like, so much happens. Foreshadowing, or a little spoiler alert. Or not much of a spoiler alert, but things start to get a little peaceful. Not much, but they get a little peaceful. There's a lot of death. Right here, I was a little confused because, you know, it's a TV and it says drop me, and I don't know where the power's coming from. And, that box! Look how easy it was to break that box. I don't understand why Simon couldn't just punch the box or kicked it, because that was a really thin looking box. Also here, it said watch for the trees. I did not listen. I did not watch for the trees. I probably should have done that too when I was playing Rake, but I did not, and I just decided, oh, I don't care, I'm gonna go straight in! And then things turned out to be horribly bad. Like that! These random ladies that just drop out of the trees. They were some interesting looking ladies, but there's a lot of them. They had like landmines all over the forest. It was crazy. Oh man, there are so many of them. Ah, jeez. Come on, Devin. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was upset. I was like, man, you're blocking my path! And then, like, it took me a minute to figure out that I had to go around, but I was a little scared, you know, because, didn't feel like dealing with more of them. But, another thing is that, you know, YouTube... I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I'm glad that I'm doing YouTube now. I mean, it's exactly what I thought it would be like. It's fun. It makes me happy. I love doing it. I mean, I may not be popular now, but even if I don't get popular, I'm still going to be doing it because it's a lot of fun. I'm happy. I get to meet new people. There's a bunch of other things I play too, but there is one thing that's a little difficult, you know. It's having to deal with the changes in YouTube all the time because you don't know what you're going to expect, and it's just crazy because, you know, YouTube's policies and updates, they don't even tell you what happens. They just let it roll in and just hope or figure out that, oh, they'll just get over it, you know, they'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be fine with this new update that ruins everything. But as I said earlier in the beginning of the episode, it is what it is, and it's their website. Nothing we can do about it. So, another thing is that, since, YouTube's going to be, you know, enforcing its policies now, I may have to start editing videos more. If I swear in any of them, it may take a little bit longer to get videos out because of the fact that I have to censor swearing, and not only the audio swearing, but my lips whenever they move, because as you know, people can read lips, and that's just as bad anyway, so yay. But I don't care. I love editing videos. It's a lot of fun, and it gives me something to do, you know. Helps me get over my fear of talking, which I seem to have gotten past. As you know, for my first episode on YouTube that I've ever recorded, it was a little cringy. I mean, I'm still a little cringy now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really bad. But it's fun. I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It It's so enjoyable. If you guys ever think of doing YouTube, I recommend you do it. You may not get in, you may not get very far, you may not enjoy it, but I still recommend you give it a try because it's really fun. I'm glad that I decided to do this. Alright, so basically another thing I'd like to talk about is oh yeah, I forgot about that. That guy is what was making all those moaning noises. Yeah, whenever you go into this bunker, whatever it is, there's a lot of weird yelling, screaming noises. That guy was it. I guess he probably had a cramp or something from doing some severe exercising slash yoga. As you could see, his leg was not bent the correct way. Oh man, his leg was not correct. Alright, another thing I'd like to talk about, as I was gonna say, is this whole video thing. I didn't really plan on this being a thing. I thought I could scrap the video, but then I thought, well, I mean, I'd still like people to see the storyline and see actually what happens, because, you know, some people don't play this game and some people aren't able to because they don't have computers. And I still wanted them to be able to figure out what happens and still be able to enjoy it with me. And then not have, like, a giant cut from one place to another, because there's a lot of important things in here, like that. We go in here and, we gotta go after the doctor. But, as I was trying to say, like, this isn't gonna be a real whole big thing, but I was just experimenting. It's a new thing. I just tried it out. Thought, why not? If you guys want me to do this more often, where, like, I record and I, talk about, you know, a bunch of things like I am now, please let me know in the comments. Like, I'm just brainstorming here. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get far. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, or if I'm gonna stop, you know. But I'm just trying to figure out new games to play, stuff like that. What kind of new things I could add to spice up my videos, you know. It would help if you guys would tell me things in the comments, because I really look forward to seeing people in the comments. I mean, I know there's not very many of you, but still, the few of you that do watch my videos, it would be very helpful if you did comment at the bottom. Tell me what you want, tell me what you think of my videos, and tell me basically just the ideas that you have. Like what you like and what you don't like. It would really, really help. But I'm asking, I'm not telling. So, do what you want, as I am doing what I want, YouTubing, for now. Jeez. YouTube. Why you gotta be so crazy? Oh yeah. I'm trying to find an animator. That is difficult, trying to find people to do animations. Like, I'm not talking full-blown 3-dimensional, moving around, 360, no-scope, MLG, kicking, punching, throwing chairs, Mortal Kombat kind of animation. I'm just talking about, like, a small, like, 4 or 5 frame, 2-dimensional, cartoony-looking animation. That's really... I mean, it's not too simple. It's difficult. It takes a lot of time, you know, but I personally can't because I haven't been able to do that. I mean, I've learned how to do YouTubing and editing and making stuff on Photoshop and GIMP and all that, but I just don't have the time now to actually go and learn how to animate. And if I did learn how to animate, as I've seen, it takes a lot of time to do it. So, I can't. But if you do know anybody, please send them my way. Alright, a new topic is my channel and its growth. You know, like the commenting thing, you guys don't have to, but it would really help. It would really make me happy. Sharing my channel. That is a big key part to getting me known and making it to where I actually keep recording. Because if you guys actually do like my recordings and my videos and my content, sharing my channel would make it to where I actually keep doing it and continue where I'm recording all the time, and then you'll be able to see more content. And it'll let me know that I should upload more daily, any kinds of things like that, you know, make interesting videos, like maybe a draw my life, you know. But if I'm at the point I am right now, it's not very easy to muster up. Oh god, that's scary. It's not easy to muster up all the courage all the time to be able to do this, but I get myself through and just do it, you know. Not a Shia LaBeouf meme pun, whatever, but yeah, it would help if you guys do share my channel. Anybody you know, and then tell them to share the channel. But you guys don't have to. It's your decision. You guys are important, and I care about your opinions and what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine, but if you do, I highly encourage it, and I thank you. Alright. And look who it is. The doctor. Now, as you can see, there's swearing in the game, which brings up a question of mine. So, YouTube says no vulgarity, or vulgar language, or anything like that. Would that also include if you're playing a game and the audio has someone swearing, or it says the words like fuck, or something like that? You know, like fudge, or fuh, with the stars, like F-U star. Like, what would you do? Like, would you censor that out or anything? Because I don't know. Like, I mean, does it count? Would you need to censor that and stuff? Would you need to put a beep noise to that? I don't know. But also here, there's two different options. I don't know the outcome for the end of the story. I mean, there might be a huge major change, but I don't know now. But what happens is if you give him the gun, you lose the gun. Yeah, whatever, but, if you don't give him the gun, you keep the gun, and, same outcome. So, basically, the outcome for either of this is a little similar from what I can tell here. So, basically, you give him the gun, and this happens. But with the gun you just gave him. And if you don't give him the gun, that happens, and he shoots you with the revolver. So, yeah. Not much else happens, as I can tell from here. It's a little strange. But I'll see you in the next important part. Alright, so I finally went through the trouble of, getting these Egyptian tablets, and then I, got this phone number. It was like XIVVII, random stuff like that on there, and, so I called the number, and now there's this strange guy that I saw in the window holding up a sign, and I don't know who the hell this guy is. But clearly he's insane, because this is an insane asylum. So there's this keypad up there, and basically the keypad has the code for the number that I was just giving, but you know, with me and my terrible memory, I forgot the code immediately afterwards. I also went over here in hopes to see the guy. But that did not happen. That didn't happen. Alright, so we're putting in the code here, and things don't go exactly how, you know, I thought they would go. But, you know, there's a big plot twist about to happen. Like, bad. Bad as in like, ugh, that's bad, that's gross. But anyway, they armed me up here, and I thought what I was supposed to do was just, you know, be all Rambo style and just run right in there and shoot up the place. That was not the case. That was not the case. So we're about to see the doctor, and, remember that revolver? Yeah. Revolvers are really powerful. You're about to find out what happened to my character here, Simon, after I tried to make him go all Rambo style. So, watch what you don't want to do when you're playing this. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Your face gets blown into tiny chunks. That was bad. I did a horrible, horrible, horrible bad. Believe me. It was bad. Don't do it. No matter how many times... Alright, so... It took me a few tries to try to rush in there and getting my face blown off, but I finally figured out, alright, maybe it's like a shootout. So basically, he just pops his head out of cover. He's not too smart about it, you know. I think probably because I shot him in the head and I was, brain's a little messed up from me shooting him, and also probably because he's not getting very much oxygen from wearing that gas mask, because, you know, by now he'd probably be out of oxygen with it. Unless it's one of those, that filters out the air, or whatever. But to be honest, I don't think there's a purpose for him wearing a gas mask. Maybe just to hide his identity. I don't know, but... it's not gonna matter anymore after we shoot him up. But, basically, after shooting the doctor here, things started to, you know... started to change, like, the gameplay, because, like, we've been in total darkness, and, everything is just bright now. There's daylight and stuff. And what I figured out is that the doctor we just shot is the doctor that's talking to Simon here. I mean, I don't know why he's in this place trying to hurt Simon if he was helping him there, but maybe we'll find out later on in the story. But for right now, I'm still a little lost. I'm just as lost as you guys are. Wow. But he wants him to write a book, or a diary, or journal. I don't know what the book's about. Don't know what it has to do with it. Maybe we find the book later on. Or maybe it's like, whenever we were in that, cushion... Oh, yeah. Ugh. You just turned that potato head into mashed potato head. Oh, dear. But, you know, I was a little happy because here, not because, you know, you just smash somebody's face in. I'm not that kind of person. I had felt bad, but it was more over the fact that I found a brand new pistol. I got rid of the new pistol I had. I didn't even get to try it really very much, but like this thing, I wanted it because if it was able to mess up my face with one bullet after you saw that cutscene and me trying to go Rambo. Oh man, I'm keeping this thing because it looks like you can do a ton of damage. Maybe like one shots, but I didn't know yet because I didn't really use it yet. It was more of a like peaceful. Wasn't any monsters or anything. As I said, things started to get a little peaceful. As you can see, there's daylight. If, you know, I would go back and not be stupid. Come on, Devin, you're wasting time. Go out the door! Come on! Go out the door! Go out the door! No, oh yeah. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, there's a key. But, as you can see, it's starting to get a little light out there. And not like light from a light bulb, but it's more where you can actually tell that it's natural light. But, you know, the door kind of got locked up here, and I don't know why. But, you know, I guess it doesn't matter because, you know, you don't need to go in there anymore, as I figured out. Because, you go out one of these doors. If I would go to the door. Come on, Devin. And that's the door. As you can see, everything's different. There's daylight. There's actual daylight. Think of all the videos I've recorded. When have you seen daylight? Not once. That's right, it's been absolute total pitch black darkness all the times that I've played. So far, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be more daylight. But yeah, it's strange. It was like a calm in the storm. I mean, it was kind of peaceful, but I still didn't want to let my guard down, which was smart of me, you know. Because, you know, there's a lot of enemies still. Just because it's daylight does not mean that there's not gonna be guys that are gonna shoot you up, eat you, or slice you into pieces. You know, to be honest, I'm starting to wonder if Simon's actually experiencing these things, or if it's just like his insanity. Because right now, I have no clue. I have no clue. I mean, maybe we could have asked the doctor some things, but, you know, Simon, with his anger, he just turned his head into mashed potatoes. And gravy. Red gravy. It was bad. But now we don't know, and, now we're stuck with more story to have to figure out. You know, we could have answered everything if he was still alive, Simon. But yeah, there was a lot of different features in here. Like, we actually got to row a boat, so it was kind of like a vehicle in the game. So it was a different mechanic. But, you know, I was really scared here because I thought there was going to be some kind of, like, sea creatures or more of those human flowers. Because if you recognize this map or this area, this is just like the one that whenever me and Monorail or Seven or William, whatever his name is, or whatever you would like to call him. So we were playing on this map, but there was actually like platforms or bridges or dock leading to the other side, and there was human flowers in there. So I was just assuming like there was gonna be human flowers in here. So I was really scared having to go through here. I thought that what was gonna happen was I was gonna get pulled underwater or something, but that's not the case. It was just a peaceful rowing of the boat. But this was the small piece. Didn't last long. So basically, it's like we're going backwards. Here, like this area that we're going to is the place that Monorail and I came from whenever we were playing the co-op. So, you know, the building I fell through the staircase and I got killed because Monorail 7 sent me forward with the shotgun. He's like, "Hey, you're the Remington. I think you should go first." "Alright, I'm a bad mofo. I'm gonna go straight up there." And I fell through the stairs and there was a ton of freaking screaming girls with knives, scissors, or whatever it was. And it was bad. It was really bad. Like, my guy got messed up. And then he couldn't get revived, so I lost my weapons. Thanks, William. Thanks a lot. Alright, so I was happy here because I actually got one of my old weapons back. You know, the baton. The one I've been beating the the junk out of things with. Yep, my favorite thing is back. The little baton. Another thing that I probably should have commented on earlier, but I didn't before, is, you know, my health right there. You may say, oh, why don't you grab that syringe and use it on your health? I would, but my health is at max right now because I can't heal any further. Because of the fact that I got shot in the arm. And, that really messed up stuff, so I can't heal anymore. I mean, I can, but, like, I can't heal that health in that orange little area. But yeah, if you actually recognize this is the place that Manarail and I came from, so we're gonna actually have to go into a sewer here in a moment. So, as I said, it's like we're going backwards in the story of the police. Which is, you know, bizarre, but makes a little sense. Like, they found Simon or something, and then they're following his tracks. But, you know, I don't know what the purpose of this building is. Except, you know, to be a death trap in every single horror player's nightmare. Actually, I think every horror player's nightmare is to deal with no flashlight, like I had to. I had to deal with using flares. I loved using flares. That was fun. Oh god, it was horrible. Oh yeah, it's those guys again. And I was happy here because I was just beating the crap out of these guys that I was more familiar with, you know. Because, as I said, it felt like a calm, and, you know, even though there's enemies again, it still kind of felt like a calm, because, you know, I was beating these guys up with this baton stick. But, man, I love their audio. Blah, blah, blah. And then they start flicking their tongues at you. I love these guys. So, the video, I end it soon here, because, as you probably assumed, it's been going up for quite a long time. Like, an hour and 30 minutes. And I was just getting tired of it, and I needed to record and do other things. So. Come on, Simon. This was a really difficult part because, I didn't actually know where I was supposed to go, and, you lose health for, not getting air, and, you know, I should have thought, as a human being, and Simon's a human being, or at least I hope he is, you had to breathe, so, you know, get some oxygen, but I was like, I don't need the oxygen, I can just swim forever, Simon's fine, it's just a video game, that's why respawning exists. You only live once, unless you respawn. So, it would be Yolayup. Y-O-L-O-U-Y-R. Oh wait, so it would be Yolayur. You only live once, unless you respawn. And then my old enemy. Jump scare warning. Yeah. That's right. My old worst enemy. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry that I couldn't get the audio working, but it's something new. I didn't want to scrap the video because then I'd give you like a jump in the story that you'd be confused about. Even though it's confusing anyway, but bye-bye guys, and I hope you enjoy. I'll be playing the annotation now, and see you in the next videos.